Hello everyone, this is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. If you do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would be happy to be yours. You go to my webpage, stamparoundthetable.stampinup.net, where you can see more about me, you can see our products, you can place an order, join my team, or sign up to have a workshop. This week, Stampin' Up has a sale going on items in annual catalog. All the stamps, all the dies, all the punches, and the regular designer series paper, or DSP as we call it for short, is on sale. And there's also some embossing folders, and there are different percentages off. I don't have that right in front of me, but today's the last day of that sale. So if you want to take advantage of it, now's the time. Okay, so there are things in the annual catalog you were wanting to get but kind of putting off. Now's the time to take care of that. Okay, so then I just realized I didn't do something I was going to do, but that's all right. So this week I have been using, and I got a little closer for my thing. I'll go back out now. Yeah, that's better. I'm using the Bottled Happiness from the annual catalog. So this is on sale, and that is part of a bundle. And if you buy it now and get them separately, it saves you even more than the bundle saves you, okay? And then in our mini catalog, so this one's just the regular price, is the Vintage Christmas, and that was made to go with this. And this week, at my Facebook Live on Tuesday, I made these cards here. This one, and then this one. Then on my YouTube page, which is just my name, Sonia Ranger, I made these. This one, little shaker cards, this one, and this one. And then I realized I was trying to, today I've got a lot going, as probably you do as well with Thanksgiving coming, but I'm rearranging stuff in my house, and I didn't realize time got away from me, and I wasn't quite ready to go today, so that's why I'm a little bit later than usual. But I wanted to make, for the fun fold, I'd seen somebody, oops, I didn't get this, wait a second, 1 minute. I wanted to do this. I saw somebody did it, and I have done it in the past, but it's been quite a while, and I don't know right now where my bone folder is. It was right here, but here, you can use this well, because I just realized this did not stick well right there, and I'm going to make sure. This is, I think it's called a book fold. Okay, now I meant to do it so that this was here, but then I realized it threw me off a little bit because of how I wanted to do it, and I had to play around. This wasn't quite as straightforward as I thought, but this is what I wanted to do. Okay, and so really what I should have done is this should have been under that, but even without that, it's still kind of cool to have this poke through. Okay, and so, but I wanted to show you this because overall this fun fold card is easy, and so I wanted to show you how to make that, and we'll see how things go. I may try to do more of a shaker card with the one I'm going to show you. Okay, so I just had this one made up, and now we will. So I decided I'm going to basically start from scratch with this, so you can see how I did this step by step, I hope. Anyway, that's how it's going to go. All right, so in this case, this is how I did this was, excuse me, I took my piece of 8.5 by 11, and then along the 11.5-inch side, I scored it at 5.5. Okay, so I scored at 5.5, and then I cut it at 4.25. And when you close it, you still get an A2 card. Okay, but in this case, like an A2 card can either open like this or like this. This way it opens, it's the same size, see? So when it's closed, it's still the 4 1/4, or 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But instead of opening on the side this way or the top this way, it opens this way or this way. And that's the way we're going to open it today. So really, if you just start out with this type of an A2 card, and then, or if you didn't want to, and so then that's 4 1/2, and then, I'm sorry, that's 5 1/2. So then you want to, and I scored this one 1 inch smaller. You could do it 1 1/4 inches smaller if you wanted. That would give you, it all depends on how big you want the front of it to be. So I'm going to do it the way I did this one. So that would be at 4 1/2. Score it here. Now, so then you're going to fold this back. Oh, here's my bone. It was right there. Oh my goodness. Okay. And this, so there we go. So you fold that back because you're going to glue this area together so that it will open just like this. Okay, and it still can stand up if you see, it still will stand up if somebody wanted to display it that way. Now, in this one, I put the ribbon around, so I'll show you how I did that. Let me just see what color that one. Whoops. Sorry, no, this is not the right, is this the right color? Let me just say, I get a little mixed up sometimes with these colors. Yes. I'm going to do this. This, I believe, has retired, but I'm going to make a bow. Wrap this. Now, you can either do it like I'm doing, just make the bow like this, or you could just wrap the ribbon around, because you're going to glue the inside part of it, and then you just can add a bow. Okay, and I do want to show you though, maybe, if I can slide this down there. Okay, and I showed you these tweezers, because I like to hold that tight there for me. And then I'm going to do it this way. I like having the shorter side here. And you can trim it off if you want. I like to do it this way and then cut the ribbon when I know how much I need. Okay, so that's going to be about right when I get done playing around with it. And let that go. Not sure why I like this ribbon for this, but I'm going to, okay. And this one's going to be, now let me just play with this a little bit because I want it, and the one side's a little bigger I think than I want, but okay, so there's that. Yeah, this one I need to trim just a little bit more like that. Make sure this one's, it's not exactly how I want it. There. It's a little short here, but I'm going to make this bow a little smaller anyway, so that will help. There. So now this one's a little too long, but I can fix that. Just like that. Whoops. Darn it. Not if I... All right, I have to stop because otherwise I'll have another ribbon. And then, if you do it that way, then you're going to put your glue on either side here. The other way you could have done it, I could have done it, was just to take this, I'll show you over here, and just around, it doesn't even have to go the whole way, just like this, and then, except to be over here, and then you tack it down, and then glue all this, and then just make a bow, and just add it to the front. Okay, so there's a couple of options for that. Now this goes down like that, and the one thing too, it's like the bow can kind of get in the way a little bit when you're trying to, smooth it down here, there, like that. That may work better. So when you open it, see, it opens just like this. And I'm just going to reinforce this here a little bit. There. Okay. So then I really like this paper. I used it the other day. So I decided I'm going to use it again, and it does match this. Now the front of this, get my little ruler out. This is going to be 4.5, I believe. Yeah, 4.5 by 4 1/4. Now, if you wanted it to be an exact square, then that's when you would make then this fold here would be a 4 1/4 instead of 4.5. Okay, so you can do it either way. It's really your choice. So for the front, 4.5 by 4 1/4. So I want this a 1/4 inch smaller. So it's going to be, I'm going to have it go that way. So let's see, go this way. Wait a minute, what did I say? I said that was 4 1/4. So I want it 4 this way. I have to think aside, 4 inches that way, because I want it a 1/4 inch smaller. Okay, so that's going to be like that. And then 4 1/4 this way. That's theirs. All right, so see, that's going to fit right on here. Now, one of the things I realized is that if I want to punch through to the inside and have it show like this only can go so far, because see, so it's way down. You don't have much at the bottom, left at the bottom, okay? And this one I'm going to put it to the left just a little more than I did the other one. So if I do that, okay, now, so then I'm going to want to, let me just see here. I'm going to put it on the inside, see if this will help me. Because I was realizing, oh my gosh, I don't have it. How do I line this up? It's going to be just about the same. I think I still have to put it all the way in, but it's a little bit, it's a smidge smaller. So I think just putting that line on the top and the bottom, it might move it up just a little bit. Whoop. I think that's about right. I hope that's about right. Yeah, just see there. How that worked out. Last time I didn't think, and I glued that down, thinking I needed to glue that down first. Okay, so there's that. Now, and so what I wanted to do, I really want to use this, but I want this to be on the inside. You could do it a couple ways. You could do it just under the top here, like this. Okay, because then you would just, how I would do it is I would just put it in here, and I would adhere it to the back of this, and then adhere this whole thing down. And then on the inside, you have to put, you'd have to put, so once this would be adhered here. Let me just show you. Let me move this out of the way. Whoops, great. Hope I don't need that stamp right away. I just knocked off. So it's like that. That should be about right. See, so there we go. We can move it just a smidge, maybe. Oh, I see. Move it just a smidge. Wait a minute. Hopefully that's about right. Once you have it hooked on there too, you could, if you needed to move this around a little bit, you could. But then there would be that. And then once it's adhered, which I'm not adhering it right now, then you would put another piece, especially because of the color. because this is showing through here. Actually, it's not, I did that backwards. Silly me. If you want it, it'd be, oh, good grief, I don't know what I'm doing. It'd be this way. I forgot that's the front piece. Oh my goodness. So this would adhere to the front. Aren't you glad that it always happens, right? When you're on video, you think you know what you're saying, and all of a sudden it's like, no, that's not right. So that would be like that. Okay. Did I do that right? Yes. Anyway, so you do it so that it was, you hook it in here, you'd adhere it here. And then this, what I would probably do for this is put my stuff in it. And then just even use this, or maybe if I wanted white, whatever color I wanted, if I wanted white behind it, just like this. Okay. So then, because this is already on the front here, I'm not, you did hear that. Actually, you do this. I'm making this harder than it needs to be, but I'm trying, it's hard when you're trying to explain and maybe not like that. Okay, and then you could fill it. I want it, but I want it on, I want it in here more, like this. So I'm going to adhere this. So there's a few different ways you can do it. Oh my goodness, I make, where's my, I should have my, so now I just got it on my surface, work surface here. It comes right off there. Oh, so that's gonna line up right here. I did get it a little crooked, but there we go, like that. Now for this one, I decided I want this right here. If I can get this out, now it's stuck in there. There. All right. So let me, before I do that, I want a piece of white on the inside. That's smaller than I want. Do I have a, I think this is it. There, that's the size I want. So this is 4 by 3 3/4. Okay. So I want this on the inside. So I am going to at least do it at least temporary, a temporary little bit of glue on it. Just so. Then this is what I realized you can do. Because I want a little bit stamped on here in, I'm going to do it in the, if I can find where I did it, my Blushing Bride, because that's the colors. This pink is Blushing Bride. Now, I probably, okay, so it does look just a little different, but that's okay. Want that like that. And it can be any color you want, or you don't have to stamp that in there at all. Or you could use, this is the one that's got the lines, you could use this one from the set. Let me just, 1 second here. I dropped my, let me show you what it would look like if you did the other bottle. From the, this is from the Christmas stamp set, the vintage. And this is how it would look. And there's the other one. So if you, this is from, hope I didn't do, this is from the Bottled Happiness, and the other was from the vintage. So see, you have your choice. And this one does have the outline if you wanted that. I wanted that one for this. Okay. Now, ta-da! Now, what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to take the front off and fit this right in there where I punched it. Okay, and it does fit in pretty well. And then I'm going to put, now I'm going to be a little careful here. Oh, and then I just realized, what am I going to, I'm going to need, I have some here, window sheet. I think I'm going to have to cut a window sheet because I know I didn't think about that ahead of time. Silly me. And just cut this window sheet to go over the back. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. That's not it. Oh goodness, I hope I can find my window sheet. Oh goodness. You know, when you think you know, no, that's not what I need. Where did I put them? Thought they were right down here. No, good grief. You know what I might do then? Since I don't, right now I don't, is this it? It is here. Okay, good. Oh my gosh. Crazy lady here. Just crazy lady. Now, I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do the same size as this. It can be smaller. It doesn't have to be. But I think I may put it that whole way. Because I just think might look a little better. Let's see. Well, maybe not. Maybe I could just do that. So that would be, just do it an eighth of an inch to a quarter of an inch on either side. So it's a 1/4 inch. So that'd be 1 3/4 by about, I may have to do an eighth. 1 and, try it again, 1. So if I do it, because the space down here, not that it matter that much, but, so if that's there, that'd be 3 and a, I will do 3 1/4, and what did I say this way? 1 3/4, 3 1/4, 1 and a, whoops, 3 1/4, 1 3/4. And I can make it a little smaller if I need to. Let me just try this to begin with, and then I will dry fit it, as the saying goes. Okay. It's hard to see that, I know, because it's clear. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut that down just. I really wanted a whole 1/4 down, though. Let me just see this. So that's like that. Try an eighth, and then I'll see. That may not be enough. Yeah, Holden did need a whole 1/4. Okay. So let me just make sure that's better. So that is 3 inches long. and that'll be all right that way. So this is 3 inches by 1 3/4. All right, and I'm going to put some of these in here. The Effervescent, what do they call it? Effervescent elements from the annual catalog. Now let me move this over here. Bring this over. So, and I'm just going to put glue around. I think it'll stay with my tape runner. The other thing you could use is tear and tape. So if it turns out that this doesn't really stick well, I'll have to use the tear and tape. But, oh, you know what? It's going to stick a couple places now that I think about it, because I want to take this off. And that may be all I would have needed, but I want it to lay pretty flat and not get caught up. So hopefully. So I wanted the edges really well too, even though you could have just left it and just done it around the bottle, but I wanted to make sure these edges stay down. So there we go. There's that. Okay. There's that. Whew. That's trying to decide where you want this, to me, is like one of the hardest things. Oh, you know what else I thought I wanted to do? And see if I can stamp this now that I did this without too much difficulty. Oh, I forgot because of that. Let me move this over. What you're going to want to do, if you want to stamp this next to it, I just thought I'd do it kind of like this. You can either stamp it on another piece and fussy cut it and put it on, or if you move it over like this, actually it's not, I might not be able to get this the way I want it. Well, I can have, let's see, there. I just want to be sure, because this, get it, whoops, I didn't do that very well, did I? I want it kind of like this, but you got to have room for this so it doesn't hit against this, or it's not going to stamp properly. And I think I'm going to do this one in this color, but I might want it stamped off, and my thing has come apart, so I'm just, let's see, this, yeah, I think I do want it later. Where's my, try to get on here just to make sure how it's going to look. Yeah, I think so. I want the lighter one. Okay. Whoops. So then I want this. And there's that. Okay. And I almost feel like I want another one, but I think it'll be too much. So there's that. And then, yes, 1 second here. Let's see if I can find where the stamp I wanted to use. Up here it is. It fell down, but thankfully I can get it. And then I am going to use Overflowing with Happiness. Like that, or you could do it on white and add it. And then on my inside, there's a little bit of sticky there, but it rubbed off, or else you can do have an eraser made especially for Overflowing with Happiness. And what else did I think I wanted to say with that? How about this one? Do I even have that one over there? I don't. Well, this, and where's my, put it on here, I think. Good. Let me clean this off if I can find my, here's my chamois hiding on me. Hi, Michelle. Yes, it's funny because this was a set that I didn't see that you're saying you're contemplating ordering it. If you do, you want it today because today's the last of the sale. But I wasn't so sure I wanted it, and Meg really liked, my sister, for those of you who don't know, really liked it. So I said, we'll just, why not? And this is the first chance this week that I've really had to play with it. Let's get into the spirit. Okay, so it's like overflowing with happiness. Let's get into the spirit. Okay, so this way, this one, let me just see here. Where's the first one I did for today? Moving everything. Oh, right here. So this is my Christmas one. I just stamped it, punched it out, and it's there. This one is right there. And if you wanted, you could, put designer series paper over there if you didn't want that showing. I don't really care that much, but if you didn't like that, or as I said, the other thing is you could hide it between those two layers. Let me just try that again, see if I can get the right. So this was what, 4 1/4 by 4. So let me try it here for a second. Four 1/4. And here's my other one. And this one that's folded there, I didn't fold it at the 4 1/2. I mean 5 1/2. And if I may do another one at 4 1/2. Okay, wait, do it this way. Doesn't really matter. You can fold it to. Oh, that's 4 1/4. Well, that's 4 1/4. Oh well, can't measure correctly. So this one's a little wider. So this, you'll get to see that also. Oh, that folds back. And I might, since I'm doing this, I might as well show you what I said the other way you could do it. Okay. Put this here and actually this there and there. So that could go like this. Wrap it around so that's the outside. Okay. Bring it up like this. Then I'm going to glue this, and some other times I like to also just be sure those ends get caught well. Whoops, and it's crooked, of course it is, because I didn't look back at the front. That's the one thing you want to do, is make sure you get it straight, because otherwise it doesn't look so great when it's wonky. I think that's how I need it, about like that. Let me just see. Make sure. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Like this. Okay, so this one, now do this again. So where do I want this one? This one I'm going to put more in the middle, I guess. So now this one, oh, that's a little bit, I have to make that a little smaller. I forgot because I made that. So now this is 4 1/4, right? Let me do this from here. Yeah, so I need this to be 4. This is now 4 by 4 is what it needs to be, and I had it a little bigger. It's 4 by 4. Okay. So now I'm going to put this in here about where it goes. Set that down, and where's my pencil? Again, I'm going to just so that I can make sure I get it in the right spot there. Because you're going to have a little extra of the pink below than if you, I believe, than if you had, I think, because otherwise you wouldn't know where to put it. Because if you put it all the way down, it would have been up a little higher. So this gives you a little extra. Now, so this one, where is it? Right here. What I wanted to do was, they're sticking together there. Not really sticking, but, so this one I'm going to put this way, maybe. Better lay it down there and put this on top, like that. Now, oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Actually, that's not what I wanted to do. I got it backwards. See if I can get it off here. I don't know if I can because I really stuck it down. Or was it? Wait. Yes, that's what I wanted. Oh, silly me. I'm confusing myself. All right. And then, yes, because, yes. Good grief. What I'm gonna do is, where's my white? I have some white paper here. Do it like this so I can see it better, because that will go. And you just want this to be there, like that. And now, did I do that correctly? Well, yes and no. I just took it off one side, and I forgot. Let me try this. I gotta take it off this side too so it sticks well, or else everything's gonna come apart. I'm so glad that I know what I'm doing here. I really do. It's just nice. All right, I'm sorry. You stick it to the front, and then when you're getting ready to put that on, you're gonna expose that, because then you have a better seal then around the edge on the back. All right. Ugh. Now, what I may do on here is I may cut another piece and just put it like this. Or you could cut another Mary Merlot. Do I have another piece of Mary Merlot that's big enough? I may have right here. Is this one of these going to work? It does. Look at, it's almost perfect. So, let me see. Oh no, because I want it to show through. Yes. Yes, that doesn't, yes. Oh my gosh. So so if I do 4 that way, 4 this way, I think it's going to be just what I need, but I could be wrong. Yeah, 4 by 4. And what I think I'm going to do for this, because I really would like it to see the bottle better, here's this one. Ta-da! Let me just do, where's the, oh, here it is. Now this is one that I punched out of the white that I was using earlier, and so I'm going to stamp right on here. And this one, I think I'm going to do the other one right here. And where's the pink? Oh, right here. I'm going to do this. Now I don't need that under this. See if I can get it so I can see it, and I have my head in the camera. It's pretty close. I might be off a little. I'm off a little, but, and then this one I'm going to do in the same color. It should be a little darker when I put it over it, just because it's a second layer. Hopefully this is going to turn out the way I'm thinking it should. Yeah, it's just a little darker now. Or there. Let me just make sure before I see. So there's, it might be off a little, but that's right there. That color just looks more orange than this, doesn't it? But they're supposed to both be the same color. Yeah, Blushing Bride. Okay, so now I'm going to open this again. My Effervescent Elements. And this, I'm just going to sit this on here. And then do this, and I'm also going to do it real close here, right around here, to help hold that white piece in place so that they don't come flying out. There, so there, yay! It worked. There's that. And I'm going to do this, the same sentiments, but I'm going to do them the opposite way that I did on the other one. Let's get into the spirit. Then on the inside, for the inside, you can do this also. So it's 4 inches that way, 4 inches this way, or you could do Berry Vanilla, or could do the whatever it's called there, the basic white. Suddenly my mind's like, so I'm jumping all over. Oh no, I took the other one off. All right, I'm just gonna do this. That one. There's that one, like that. And then, and what I did with the other, so I took it off so I could put that one on. Oh well. I'm just gonna not worry about it, I guess. I'll have to add it later. Just have to stamp carefully so I don't make a mistake with it, that's all. Okay, so I want to finish up here, and so we all, there. All right, ta-da! Oh, good grief. Well, at least I learned a few things too of doing this, and really it's not that difficult. I feel like I make it look harder than it is. I'm trying so hard to show you how easy it's really not difficult. It's, in my way of thinking, it's not difficult. It might be fussy. Sometimes I'll say, yeah, it's a little fussy. And but it's not difficult. All right, just gonna close there. Got that closed. I got stuff all over my hands. But otherwise, okay. Oh, here it is. So I can do, maybe I can do this real quickly. See if I can see it through the other one. I'll just take this off. Here it is. I found it. So let's get into the spirit. Overflowing with happiness. There we go. I got it. Yay! So now I don't always put it on the inside, but I just felt like that's. Oh, and the other thing I didn't show you was, wait, let me put the lid on this. That would be a disaster if I knocked that. It'd be all over the place, and that would not be good. Move these, and the only thing left here was, now for the front, let's make my little bow. Maybe, try again. Just like this. People around me have kind of loud engines on their vehicles. There, just like that. And then that will go right there. Okay, so here we go. The one I made before we came on. The two I made while we were together. And I will use my, I'll get my little glue dots, which I'm not seeing them at the second, but that's all right. So here we go. Okay. So there, ta-da! Hope you'll give it a try. The basic thing of this card, the card itself, and making the book fold is fairly easy. And it's just however fussy you want to get with your card, you know, like with punching those out and And if you want to make it a shaker card or you just want to have it peek through like that. Okay, so just a few different things that you can try. Okay, next week is Thanksgiving week, and it's kind of like I wasn't thinking about the beginning of the week that Thanksgiving is next week. I'm not sure what exactly I'll be able to do next week. I'm not, because my daughter and her son are coming into town, so I'm not even planning on Friday doing a Facebook Live. If it turns out I can hop on always and do that. And I don't even know at this point how my Tuesdays and Wednesdays are going to go for my Facebook Live and my YouTube, but I will, if I can get on, I will do it. And if not, it'll have to be the week after. But oh my gosh, it's that time of year when so much is happening, isn't it? But it's a fun time also. And just in case I don't see you next week, I just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. And I hope that you have a wonderful time with your family, friends, whoever you get to spend your Thanksgiving with. Okay? Thanks so much for watching. And until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.